Josh on the left. I think it's gonna be a close match. I think Josh has is a slight favorite in this matchup. Earlier this morning at breakfast, Lockman said that he wouldn't mind playing against Esper Control.
Yeah, I mean, Chris will kind of play against anything.
Yeah,
We'll just take it as it comes.
Yeah, I mean, game one, Lockman has a lot of cards that are really bad against Esper. He has Slag Storm. He has Whip Flare, which are just, you know, really underpowered cards. And
they do attract with Ligrig Souls though. So
yeah, I guess that's true.
Nothing.
But I think Josh's main plan is just to go, you know, Sun Titan, Phantasmal Image, and you know, he has a decent amount of ways to stop a Titan from really damaging him. Then after board, I think Josh's deck gets slightly better, but on the other hand, Lockman gets to remove like the Slag Storms and stuff. So we'll see what happens, and it should be an exciting match. Also, we're going to give away 6 months premium after this game. We're going to ask the question, and then after the match, we're going to announce the winner. So that should be good.
So what do you think is going to happen in Legacy later today? Do you think that Temporal Mastery is we're going to see a lot of that?
Yeah, I think we'll see more miracles in Legacy. So
so Chris on the play with a Rootbound Crag, but or rather Copperline Gorge, but Josh has a turn 1 Ponder.
Yeah, it looks like he has 3 lands off the Ponder, and given his hand, I think 3 lands is pretty good. He'll hit all his land drops, and won't have to worry about it, any of you know, him getting mana screwed.
Like a very land light hand with a Ponder.
Yeah, which is lots of times that's why Ponder's so good. You could keep, you know, hands with only 1 or 2 lands. All right, there's the Evolving Wilds. He might sack the Evolving Wilds, and he might not want to draw that 3rd land. That's on top of his deck, so I can see that happening. So Lockman off to a very slow start.
Reasonable course of action.
Yeah, I mean, when Lockman's on the play, he really wants a Rampant Growth or a Sphere of the Suns, because a turn 3 Huntmaster is way more impressive than a turn 4 Huntmaster.
I think he looks like his hand has multiple Solemn Simulacrums.
Okay, so maybe he's trying to ramp from 4 to 6.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll see if Josh has a Lingering Souls here, or maybe passes in turn with Forbidden Alchemy mana open. His deck has no counter magic main deck, so
Huntmaster Fells.
Yeah, so that's going to resolve. We'll see if Josh has a Forbidden Alchemy, which he probably does given the hand that he kept. Alright, so there's a Forbidden Alchemy. Ideally, he would want to dump a Sun Titan and a Unburial Rites, so he could turn 4 Sun Titan. But I
That'd
see
be pretty good.
Yeah, I see he has a couple lands in his hand, well, off the Forbidden Alchemy and the Day of Judgment. So if he needs a land, he'll take the land. If not, he'll probably take Day of Judgment. Looks like 2 blue-white duels and a black-white duel. We'll check his hand again.
He has 1 more land, but he also has a Gideon.
Yeah.
So he kind of wants to hit like 4 and the 5.
Yeah, I think I would just take the Isolated Chapel here.
I agree.
Yeah. But I think he took the Day of Judgment.
Looks like he did.
All right. Let's see what Josh draws here. He draws an Oblivion Ring.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, that's fine. So he's got a Phantasmal Image to Huntmaster, which is okay, but the Phantasmal Image can't flip, and if Lockman wants, Lockman could just wait a turn and flip it as long as his Huntmaster stays in play.
Yeah.
Oh, but it won't because of Deadweight. Okay. So Josh plays Deadweight and the Phantasmal Image to take out the Huntmaster. So Lockman draws a Mountain, I believe. So Lockman's hand is Solemn, Huntmaster, Mountain, and 1 other card. I think Josh should just trade here with the Huntmaster. Yep. I'm kind of surprised Lockman didn't want to just kill that Huntmaster immediately with the Wolf Run. Maybe he just wants to develop his board better.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's just trying to actually advance a board state.
Alright, and Lockman plays another Huntmaster. Alright, so this might be a good time for Josh to draw his 5th land for a Gideon. If not, he might just have the Day of Judgment.
Did he get it?
I don't think he did. I think given the fact that he had a Sun Titan in his hand... Oh, he did get it. Ooh, okay. Well, there's a Gideon.
Yeah.
And he's going to force everybody to attack Gideon. So Gideon will have 8 loyalty counter on it. So Lockman draws yet another Huntmaster. Lockman's not really in that good of a shape as of now.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't found a Titan, and he really wants to just ramp into Titans against the Esper control deck. That's his plan.
All right, so Wolf will trade with the Huntmaster. Gideon will go down to 6. And there's another Huntmaster from Lockman.
3 Huntmasters.
Yeah, so this would be a perfect time to Day of Judgment. Yeah.
Then get to attack for 6. Gideon.
Yeah, exactly. Lockman, you know, is not really threatening a poison attack or anything.
Yeah, although he does have the Kessig Wolfrun and the Inkmoth in play, but they're not nearly in range of doing anything dangerous at this point.
Right now the Wolfrun won't even pump the Nexus.
Yeah.
Alright, there's Day of Judgment. And Gideon will swing in for 6. Alright, so Lockman draws. Let's see, he has Solemn. So he has Forest, Solemn, and Sphere of the Sun's a really weak hand. He's going to need to draw something good to get out of this.
It really needs to draw into a Primeval Titan fast.
Yeah, Primeval Titan or Inferno Titan would...
or Green Sun Zenith.
Yeah, it would be pretty good. And he'll play Sphere of the Suns and pass a turn. So Josh will draw. And I'm not sure exactly what's in his hand. I see a Ponder, Oblivion Ring, and an Unbearable Rights. And I thought he had a Sun Titan that I saw earlier, but I
don't think he did.
Okay, I could have been mistaken. So maybe him taking the Day of Judgment there was just, you know, definitely correct, because he did not have the Sun Titan. Yeah, okay, his other card is Alchemy. So I think I would just lead off with a Ponder here and check out my options before I made any plays. He has the Ghost Quarter for the Nexus or the Wolfrun, which is really good. So Ponder shows a Batterskull, a Lingering Souls, and a Plains, maybe?
No, I think it's a Batterskull, an Isolated Chapel, and a Ratchet Bomb.
Oh, and a Ratchet Bomb?
Yeah.
Okay. So he decided to keep?
Yeah, he kept them on top.
So do you think he's going to... Well, I guess we'll just have to see
what
he's
he's
going to
keep
do.
those. Those aren't really...
Well, Batterskull's really good here.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Batterskull kind of...
Yeah.
The Batterskull Gideon combo is pretty brutal.
Yeah, I think he put the Isolated Chapel in his hand, though. For some reason.
Oh.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting because then if his plan is the Alchemy, he's going to lose...
the Batterskull or...
Alright, so an Oblivion Ring on a Solemn. Definitely an aggressive Oblivion Ring. And he attacks Lockman down to 14.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll pass a turn. That Sphere doesn't tap. Lockman has problems with Sphere of the Suns. When he taps for mana, he doesn't tap it. When he shouldn't tap it, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
Maybe it's just inverse all the time.
Yeah, I mean... And if Lockman didn't play the Solemn and tried to take out the Gideon, or you know, lower the Gideon's loyalty counters, that could have been relevant.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, he could have taken out the Gideon. Gideon's on 3, is that correct?
No, 5.
Oh, it's 5? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's that Forbidden Alchemy. You see Batterskull, 2 Ratchet Bombs, and another card. Looked like a dead weight, went to the yard. So I think he kept the Batterskull.
Alright.
So...
Still no creature in Josh's yard to return with the Sun Titan.
Yeah.
Or return with the Unbearable Rights, rather.
But he has enough mana to flash back the Alchemy now. So if Gideon's on 5, he could go to 7. But instead he just swings in. And Lockman takes it. Lockman goes down to A life. This is kind of an interesting play, but I think Josh is going to play Seachrome Coast, Ghost Quarter the Wolfrun, and then play Batterskull. Yeah, and he does exactly that. Alright, so I'll put a 4/4 germ token into play. Lockman will search up a mountain and shuffle his deck.
I really like that Batterskull in the main deck.
Yeah,
Josh.
probably been pretty good for Josh. Alright,
Card is so good.
yeah, Lockman untaps. He'll need something good here. It was Slagstorm.
Not really good.
Yeah, not too good. You get attack with Solemn, then Slagstorm away the germ and draw a card. But then Lockman just dies. Well, I guess he has a Nexus to chump block the Gideon, because the Gideon could be lethal next turn if the Josh puts Batterskull on it.
Yeah.
You don't really see Planeswalkers carry equipment too often.
No, it's not something you see
Yeah.
very much. Although Gideon does it pretty well.
Yeah.
The Day of Judgment, then activate Gideon, then equip sort of Feast of Famine play.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah. Alright, Lockman's doing some math. I think that's his best line of play.
I think the game is quickly getting out of his hands right now.
Yeah, he doesn't really want to, deal 3 damage to each player and then redirect the Gideon just because Lockman will be down to 5. Which is even more dangerous because that's just a single hit from Gideon now. Alright, so he just taps a mana for no reason, and then he untaps it. Okay. So Solemn attacks for 2, and Josh blocks with the Batterskull. If I was Josh, I just would not block there.
Yeah, you're at 22.
Yeah, you're at 22 life. It just makes no sense to block. Why give Lockman a free card? Alright, and there's Slagstorm. Alright, so Lockman passes the turn. Josh draws. And that is an Elesh Norn.
Yes.
Alright, that's good. So that's game.
Yeah.
Alright.
This game.
And Gideon will be an 8/8, and Lockman could activate his Nexus, but it will just immediately die.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, alright.
Base death.
So game 1 goes smoothly for Josh. But right now, since this is the sideboarding, we're going to try to give away 6 months premium.
Ooh, that's very exciting.
Yeah, it is. I got a good one.
You got a good one?
Yeah. It's the one I always use, but I'll just use it again.
Okay.
Alright, so for everybody, we want to know how many, rounded to the nearest 1,000, how many Facebook friends the Star City Games has on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember, you could alter it by increasing it.
Yeah, I mean, round to the nearest 1,000.
Yeah,
Right.
and it's
And
good.
maybe it's close to another 1,000, you're like, oh wait, I should go one higher because I'm gonna friend them, and so many other people are going to do it too.
Yeah, and it's going to be friends with Star City Games on Facebook, because lots of times when a new set comes out, if you share one of their photos or comment on their photo, you get a chance to enter a free raffle to win a box of Dark Ascension, to win a box of Avacyn Restored. I tried, I think, 3 times now, but I never won. But people win. I see, the guy who wins, congratulations to this guy. And last time I clicked on the guy's Facebook to see who it was, and it was a guy with a family, so I was really happy for him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I love Magic, it was just a casual player who won. So
You got a box of magical cards?
yeah, I mean,
the best.
Your odds of winning aren't the best, but why not? It's a free roll, So
Gerard loves a free roll.
Yeah.
If there's one thing you guys don't know about Gerard,
yeah,
Gerard loves a free roll.
yeah. So tweet into the SEG hashtag premium.
This is a free roll.
Yeah, yeah,
we're doing right
yeah. This is
now.
a free roll too. I mean, all you have to do is type a number, and then you have a chance to win something cool.
Yeah.
So, and if you don't win, you're not a loser. You just didn't win. All right, so they're still sideboarding, and Josh is up a game, like we just saw. So Josh is gonna bring in Karn. He's gonna bring in Consecrated Sphinx. He's gonna bring in 2 Celestial Purges. He's gonna bring in another Day of Judgment. So Josh is gonna bring in 5 cards, I believe. He's definitely gonna cut the 3 Ratchet Bombs, and he's gonna take out the 2 Deadweights. That's my read on it. just because Celestial Purge is just so much better than Deadweight, because it kills the Huntmaster, which he wants. It kills the Huntmaster even if the Huntmaster is flipped, and the Celestial Purge can also be used on Inferno Titan.
Now, Chris has access to Zealous Conscripts. I'm not sure if he's going to bring that in or not. The cards he's definitely going to bring in are Karn Liberated, Garruk Primal Hunter, probably an extra copy of Cavern of Souls.
I don't think he's gonna bring Cavern of Souls. They know each other's deck list, and they know that
Yeah, I
Josh.
guess you're right.
Yeah,
He has no counter magic.
yeah. The only counter magic Josh plays is Negate, but
Cavern of Souls only casts creatures. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Lockman's definitely gonna bring in the Zealous conscripts, just
And
because
the Karn and the
yeah, because he knows that Josh, it has Sun Titan, has Phantasmal Image, so he could just target the Phantasmal Image and just immediately kill it if he doesn't want to steal it. The Elesh Norn, so he could like get a win out of nowhere, kind of. Gideon, he could think like he's safe behind Gideon, and then all of a sudden, because Zealous conscripts can steal any permanent, so he's like, take your Gideon. I don't have to attack Gideon anymore. I'll activate Gideon and attack you for 6, along with other guys. And also, on the off chance that he steals a Karn that was about to be ultimate or something, that could just be crazy.
Yeah, that would end the game very quickly.
So, I think, Lockman's bringing in 3 Zealous conscripts. He's bringing in 2 Karns.
Yesterday, somebody was telling me on my break that in one of their rounds they had an Elesh Norn in play, and their opponent Zealous conscripted their Elesh Norn and then activated 3 Ink Moths and attacked them for 9 poison.
Oh wow, that's pretty good. With the new card, it's 1 mana, remove a creature that you control from the game, and then it comes back immediately. With Zealous conscripts in that card, you steal a guy forever. It's like a pretty neat combo.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
you're like.
Yeah, it's
cool.
It's pretty good.
It's a big good first investment. I guess it's one of the major reasons why they made that card cost 5 instead of 4.
I mean, Zealous conscripts I think is like probably one of the best. Like it might be the best. I think it's the best creature
from the new set.
It might be like the 5 mana 5/5.
Probably right.
Well, the 5 mana 5/5 flying guy is really good with Shroud, but we haven't seen him.
But it's like green white, so it's like hard to find a home.
Okay, then there's the 4 mana 5/4 demon Undying guy. That you would think.
Is that guy good?
I think he's good, but nobody's played him yet.
I don't think he's good.
No, you don't think so?
I don't know.
I mean, he's like tough to kill.
The problem is that if they play a Wrath effect, then he undies and comes back, but you can't sacrifice anything when he undies.
Really? Can't you, like, if you have well, you would need a Dross Messenger, right?
Yeah, you need like another Undying guy.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that card's not that good.
And then Dross Messenger's Undying doesn't do anything.
Sure.
Get that guy, so.
Yeah. All right, so pretty much the same game. Lockman leads off with a Copperline Gorge, and Josh with a Seachrome Coast. All right, this time he's got a mana ramp spell in the form of Sphere of the Suns.
And that's what he wants to be doing here.
Yeah, definitely.
The last game, he didn't hit a Titan. Not really where he wants to be in this matchup.
So Josh sacrifices his Yvonne Wiles, fetches up a Swamp, and there's a Huntmaster from Lockman.
Yeah, Lockman popping up to 22 life now.
Yep.
Doing that on turn 3 is a lot better than doing that on turn 2.
Yeah, exactly. Josh has Celestial Purge in his hand, but I don't think he's going to use it because he has a Day of Judgment. So I think he's just going to, wait a turn and then Day of Judgment.
Seems reasonable.
Oh, instead he main phase Celestial Purges. He doesn't want just to pass a turn, so the Huntmaster will flip to a 4/4.
Chris drew the Bonfire of the Damned.
Okay, not that good. Yeah.
Yeah, not that good of a miracle.
All
I'm surprised it's in his deck.
There's Garruk. Very good.
Garruk is very good.
Yeah. So Lockman will pump out a 3/3. I guess Josh was forced to Celestial Purge there. But, I mean, if he didn't, he would still have a Celestial Purge. And I think Lockman still would have made a Beast. I mean, maybe Lockman would have cashed in his Garruk for 4 cards, which is good. But
4 cards is very good.
Yeah. Oh, the Oblivion Ring off the top.
Really?
Yep.
Ooh, that's a really good one.
So things are going well for Josh, because if he waited on the Purge and Lockman you know, cash in the Garrick, then the O-ring wouldn't have done anything, and the game would have been differently. So Lockman has 5 power of attackers. Ooh, I think that might have been an Infernal Titan he drew.
Yeah, but Josh has a Day of Judgment. So
yeah, he does. Yeah, Josh's hand is really strong. It's Land, Sun Titan, Karn, Day of Judgment, on Barrel of Rights, I believe.
That is really strong.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Lockman playing the Infernal Titan, but instead he just attacks for 5 damage and 1 poison. So Josh is down. Yeah,
just, you know,
it's safer. Josh is on 13. All right, so Josh has a Ponder. So playing Ponder and Day of Judgment would be okay. So let's see what he sees off the top here. Another Oblivion Ring, a land, and another Ponder. So he's definitely going to keep this.
Yeah, it just has too much utility.
Yeah. I mean, if he just plays land and then he Days of Judgment, Lockman untaps, plays Infernal Titan, but then Josh could just play Sun Titan and, you know, trade with that Infernal Titan and then be able to Unburial Rights it back and such. And then Josh also has Karn in his hand, so he just wants to make sure the game goes to turn 7 at least. Alright, so Lockman loses both his tokens from a Day of Judgment. And he draws a Mountain, so his hand's Infernal Titan, Bonfire of the Damned, and I think Huntmaster. So Josh will go down to 10 life here. Alright, so Josh draws the Oblivion Ring. I think he's just going to play Sun Titan, though. Oh, he goes with Oblivion Ring instead. What do you think about that play?
Sun Titan just seems better. Like, it's not like Chris is going to have Slagstorm when his deck goes forward.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, is that another Infernal Titan?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Alright, Infernal Titan number 2. Josh is at 7. Yeah, Josh just like didn't effectively use his mana that turn, you know what I'm saying? Now this turn he could have went like Ponder, Oblivion Ring. Or if he put the Ponder above the Oblivion Ring, he could have had a 7th land already, and he could have went Karn, Exile, Infernal Titan. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And if he played Sun Titan, he would have guaranteed to have the 7th land because he would have brought that back the Evolving Wilds last turn. So the game should have actually been, Josh should have been at 4, but...
Chris has Zealous Conscripts.
Oh, oh okay. So I guess it didn't matter?
Doesn't matter. The turn before...
Did he have...
He had the Zealous Conscripts.
Yeah, he drew it. Okay, so it didn't matter. Okay. So I was trying to replay the game, but it turns out that it didn't matter either way.
Yeah, Chris would have won anyway.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting because Josh's hand was really good there.
It was really good. So wait, if he played... Okay, yeah, so if he played Sun Titan, then that turn, instead of playing the 2nd Infernal Titan, he just would have played the Zealous Conscripts and killed Josh. Alright, well, we'll see if Game 3 is any different. I saw that Josh brought in both his negates. When he was like looking through his deck, it looked like I saw the negates. Do you think he should have them in or no?
Probably. I mean, post-board, Chris gets Karn and Garrick.
Yeah, okay, that's true. Definitely on the play, they're a lot better because you can stop the Rampant Growth or the Sphere of the Suns. But sometimes on the draw, you're just kind of, you know, you might be 2 behind. Where, like, if you know your opponent has the Zealous Conscripts, because he does, he knows, you know, Lockman does have some burn, why not bring in the Timely Reinforcements? Try to play it safe. You know what I'm saying?
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. Gain some life. Maybe, you know, try to double block a Huntmaster, whatnot, just slow down Lockman. Because with the Timely Reinforcements, you know, Lockman has Huntmaster, so even if Lockman doesn't deal any damage to Josh, Lockman just playing a Huntmaster, he's going to go to 22 life. Josh will be at 20, so the effect will happen. You know, he'll gain the 6 life, and he'll put 3 guys into play, because Lockman will have 2 guys. So I could definitely see Timely being okay against Lockman.
Not great.
Yeah, but on the draw, I think Timely might be better than Negate.
It's That's reasonable.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, here he is on the play. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to see those negates again.
Yeah. I think the gates are much better on the play than they are on the draw.
I would have to agree.
And plus, like, if Lockman does have the Zealous Conscripts, having a timely token in play would be very good to, you know, block the Sun Titan that he might have stolen. Yeah. So essentially, it's saving 6 damage here, plus gaining 6 life. That could be a 12-point swing. I don't know if Josh really thought about bringing in Timelies. I mean, maybe he did bring him in, but when he was searching his deck, I saw the negates. I didn't really, you know, my eye didn't catch the Timelies.
I mean, Chris had a lot of bad cards in game 1 against Josh.
Yeah, he does, yeah. After board, you know, all those bad cards turn into Karn and
Zealous.
yeah, Naturalize.
Naturalize. It's another good one. Now, who do you think is going to win on the other side of the bracket? Delver versus Red-Green Aggro.
Well, Dustin keeps saying that he's playing terribly and he's just getting lucky. And I mean,
it's a really good matchup for him too.
And it's a really good matchup, yeah.
It's a good matchup.
Yeah. So it's always good when you have
but today's another day. That's the weird part. You know what I mean? When you're running hot in a multi-day tournament.
You think so?
The next day comes. Things can change. Like at Worlds, I always like one day I'll do awesome. Another day I'll be like okay. Another day I'll be like okay.
It's like Cinderella. Like once like 12 o'clock hits. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like the middle day where you do well though.
Yeah. Alright, so Lockman and Josh are exchanging a few words. Probably talking about last game. Maybe the game before. Probably last game because Josh is probably like, man, my hand was so good. You know, so he's probably surprised that he lost. Alright, so these guys will get started shortly. And then we'll bring you the finals. So I would like to see Red-Green Aggro in the finals instead of Delver. I'm not really the biggest Delver fan. So
Delver's a cool deck. I mean, I don't think it's as format warping as it was previous to Avacyn Restored.
I mean,
Cavern Souls definitely keeps it in check.
I don't think Cavern Souls does anything really. Just because I think Cavern Souls.
I would have to disagree.
I mean, if you look at the format, the only counterspell is Mana Leak, essentially.
Yeah.
Some people would play Dissipate, but I think it's just the fact that you're able to play like a red-white aggro deck, a red-white human deck, you know, or a green-white human deck, and have this, you know, dual land that comes into play untapped and
makes all your guys uncounterable.
Yeah, on the off chance that people are playing with Mana Leak. But I think in M13, they're going to bring back, or they're going to have a really good counterspell. That's my read.
Cryptic Command?
No, not Cryptic Command. I think they'll have like a blue-blue counterspell that is like counter target spell, and maybe like you lose 2 life. What do you think about that?
Like, I counter a spell, but the casters when it was just like?
Yes.
I think they can make it lose 1. It's fine.
Lose 1?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That man is like super close to counterspell.
Yeah. I don't think counterspell's OP. I think counterspell's fine.
Yeah, but
like, I honestly think counterspell is just a fine card. That card can exist.
I yeah.
No with it. I don't like that card in standard. I mean, I guess I like that card better than Mana Leak being in standard. Mana Leak's so easily splashable.
Yeah, because people are playing these Esper decks and they're just like playing.
Yeah, or like even like blue-white decks that just like splash Mana Leak, and blue-blue is a requirement.
Yeah. So we'll see what M13 brings us, I guess. All right, so they're getting ready, and looks like they're drawing their opening hands. Watching the coverage makes me want to play so bad.
Oh yeah, me too. I just always want to battle.
Yeah.
I want to play with Zealous Conscripts.
All right, sweet. So they start. There's a Seachrome Coast from Josh. and a Glacial Fortress. The Josh Mulligan? Looks like he's like short on cards. Alright, Sphere of the Suns from Lockman. Did Josh have Seachrome Coast last turn? Alright, so Dustin won 2-0. He's the red-green aggro player.
Alright, so it looks like one of these decks will be facing off against red-green aggro in the finals.
I think Josh had a negate in his hand, and he could have negated that Sphere of the Suns. But I think he didn't play his mana correctly.
Ooh, that's a little rough.
Yeah. Alright, there's Huntmaster. Or maybe it's not a negate. We'll see. No, I think it's a negate. Yeah, and he could have definitely had negate mana on turn 2.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, because he could have led with a Glacial Fortress and played Seachrome Coast. And if you take away that Sphere of the Suns from Lockman, he's like, the game's totally different.
I don't think he even has any more lands in his hand, right?
Yeah, I don't think so either. I see like a Karn in his hand.
Yeah. I think I see 2 cards.
I see a Karn, a Garrett. Alright, Josh is thinking what he wants to do. He could take a Lingering Souls, he could take a Elesh Norn. I think he just wants to take the Lingering Souls. He doesn't have black mana, so he can't even flashback the Lingering Souls. Or maybe there's a land in there he could take. But we'll find out soon what he takes. Alright, so Elesh Norn and Lingering Souls go to the graveyard.
So he's a mystery card?
Yeah, not sure what it was.
It might have been
yeah, it might have been the planes. Alright, there's a Ponder.
Does he have a Consecrated Sphinx in his sideboard?
Yeah, he does. It's in his hand, yeah. Alright, so he has Phantasmal Image, Sun Titan, Oblivion Ring.
That card's really good against Chris. Consecrated Sphinx.
Yeah. So let's see how Josh sets this up. Josh might draw the Phantasmal Image. And copy the Huntmaster. Just to, you know, buy some life, buy some time. Alright, and he does exactly that. So Josh will go up to 22 life as well. Lockman draws. He's looking for a land here. Alright, no land. If he drew a land, he could have just went land Garrick. And that probably would have been like super bad for Josh. Because then Lockman would have got the 3/3. Josh would have Oblivion Ring, but then Lockman has Naturalize in his hand. So
would have been really brutal for Josh, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if Josh left open 2 mana, he could have negated the Naturalize, depending on when Lockman used it. But we'll see how this turn plays out. You know, Lockman might want to develop his mana by casting Sphere of the Suns, but on the other hand, he might just want to have the Huntmaster flip so he could kill the Phantasmal Image.
And he doesn't know that he's underneath the Taking Time Bomb that is Consecrated Sphinx right now.
Yeah, I think Josh won't be able to have 6 lands on his 6th turn, though, because he still has 2 spells on top of his deck. Alright, so Lockman plays Sphere of the Suns.
Reasonable.
Okay, so Josh has Day of Judgment, Oblivion Ring, Consecrated Sphinx, and land. And a negate. Oh, maybe he does have enough lands. Oh no, it's a Day of Judgment. Okay, so yeah. So Josh only has 1 more land in his hand. Alright, so he spends 3 mana. Okay, and decides to Oblivion Ring the Sphere of the Suns. He sees that Lockman doesn't have another land because he missed a land drop. He wants to try to, you know, prevent him from... Oh, there's a Rampant Growth, but I think Josh is going to negate that.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Now again, Lockman has a choice. Do I want a Rampant Growth or do I want my Huntmaster to flip? That's the choice he has to make. I think he's gonna rampant growth, and then that's gonna get negated. But then Lockman's gonna naturalize the O-ring.
Mm-hmm. Seems reasonable.
Yeah. All right. There's negate.
But, I mean, that naturalize is really not the best there because he's spending one of the counters on that sphere, putting in only one counter.
Sure. But I think he might still do it. If he does, he's gonna do it during his turn. On the off chance Josh doesn't have a spell, then his Hubmaster could flip. So he doesn't want to do it on Josh's turn.
Yeah, I mean, he can do it on Josh's turn, so Josh already cast a spell.
No, but then the Hubmaster wouldn't flip. Oh, you're saying if he already cast a spell?
Yeah.
All right, so his spheres are at 3 and 1. All right, so there's a Sun Titan. So Josh's hand is Sun Titan, Consecrated Sphinx, and I forgot. I just
Sun
know.
Titan, Consecrated Sphinx.
A Day of Judgment,
Day of
yeah.
Judgment.
Okay. All right, so
Chris Huntmaster's starting to do a little bit of work.
yeah, it flips. So Josh really needed a land there, but we knew it wasn't a land because of the ponder previously that he played. So yeah, so Lockman's probably gonna win now. It's looking good for him.
Pretty good chance.
Yeah.
I think Chris just plays a Garrick here and draws 4 cards.
Yeah, I can see that. He could either Garrick 4 cards or Garrick make a guy. Is that an Inferno Titan in his hand?
Yeah, he gets Inferno Titan, but then he gets no counters on that one sphere, and then he's off casting Karn.
Yeah. Yeah, I think draw 4 is the best play here.
I definitely like draw 4 here.
Yeah. Because Lockman just wants to get, hit his lands.
Draw 4 is so good.
Let's see what he does. All right, he's going to make a beast.
Okay.
All right, so now this gives Josh a chance to win the game or to, be back in it. Josh is going to go Swamp, Sun Titan, return Oblivion, return Phantasmal Image, return Oblivion Ring to Garrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But on the other hand, if Lockman just would have went Garrick, draw 4, Lockman would have a good chance to hit, a land so you can play Karn and whatnot. But yeah, this game's really, back and forth. All right. And then there's the Oblivion Ring taking out the Garrick. So now Josh is in control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The back and forth game here.
That was a very good turn for Josh.
Yeah, really good for him to draw that land there.
All right, so Lockman draws Cavern of Souls. So now Lockman has 7 mana. He's got 1 counter left on that sphere, 2 on the other one. So he could play Karn. He could remove Sun Titan from the game if he chooses to do so. Or he could have Josh exile a card. All right.
Very nice. Cavern of Souls naming Merfolk.
Why would he name Merfolk?
But now he needs red from a sphere to cast the Titan.
Right? Like,
Right?
what?
Really?
Does it really name Merfolk? Why would? That doesn't make sense. Obviously, you would just name Titan.
Giant. Yeah.
Or Giant, whatever it is.
I'm sure he named Giant.
Is it really?
Maybe.
Judge said, oh.
All right. I don't know if Lockman was trying to be funny.
Alright, so Karn comes down.
Yeah, that was weird. How late did Lockman stay out last night?
Very,
All right.
I assume.
So what is he gonna do with Karn? I think removing Sun Titan is pretty good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that
fine.
play.
Yep. There we go.
All right, so Karn is down to 3 loyalties, and Josh will draw for the turn. what is Josh gonna do here? All right, he's gonna attack. What is he gonna return? All right, he returns the Evolving Wilds, or is that Ghost Quarter?
So he's Chris with double block here. No, just regular block.
Yeah, it's Ghost Quarter.
And this is Consecrated Sphinx going down. Yeah. It's a big game. It's a big game.
Wait, I'm confused. Why didn't he double block?
Yeah, maybe I think maybe he wanted the Ravager in play more than he wanted the Phantasmal Image not in play. Because Josh didn't really have anything in his graveyard to get back the Sun Titan. And next turn he could have just killed the Phantasmal Image with Inferno Titan trigger.
Okay. So what's Lockman going to do now?
I don't know. And the opponent has a Consecrated Sphinx in play. Consecrated Sphinx, it's a pretty big game.
So card starts at 7, +3 to remove a card, -4 to exile a permanent.
I think so.
So
if he'd let the Karn die,
yeah, he could have played a new Karn.
Yeah. But
I guess Lockman might have put Josh in having another Sun Titan or something.
that's what it looks like.
Wasn't really expecting the Consecrated Sphinx. I mean, it kind of makes sense if Josh has 3 Sun Titans, only 1 Sphinx. That's more likely for him to have.
Yeah, I mean, Chris Dunmore was just playing for what was most likely to happen there.
Yeah. But that's still weird that he named Merfolk. Because otherwise, if you wanted to play the Inferno Titan... Oh, okay, so... It starts with 6? Oh, it starts with 6 and it's -3, -3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he can just Karn again.
That's what I thought it was at first, and then I second guessed myself. Alright, so Lockman's thinking, you know, what should he do here? Is he gonna take out the image that way?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Stacking in 5. Really, I feel like you just want to put the Karn on the table.
Yeah, that's what I thought too, as well.
But, I mean, there are definitely arguments for doing it this way.
Why?
You get to just use your Karn's loyalty counters to remove things like at maximum value rather than playing your Karn into an Oblivion Ring.
Okay.
Like right now, this play is like much more resistant to cards like Oblivion Ring.
Yeah, that makes...
Or like your opponent's Karn.
Okay, that makes some sense. I mean, Josh has a lot of cards in his hand. He has 5 cards, one of them being Ponder. So he could definitely, you know, kind of wiggle his way out of this. He'll lead off with a Ponder. That's usually what most people do when they have Ponder. Lead off, get the most information. See Gideon 2 and 2 lands. It's not really that strong.
No, especially not when Chris has access to Karn.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know this, but I think, what is his hand? Day of Judgment, Forbidden Alchemy? Alright, he keeps it. So he draws the Gideon. Maybe he's gonna play Gideon and just kill the Huntmaster.
Yeah. Just get the Ravager. If he plays Gideon and does not do that, then it's gonna flip back. So I think he has to.
Yeah. Alright, so he does that. So Gideon will go to 4 loyalties. Alright, Lockman will untap. And he'll draw for the turn, and it's a Inkmoth Nexus.
Alright, so Chris this turn, if he wants to, can attack the Gideon for 1 with an Inkmoth, cast Inferno Titan, kill Gideon.
Shouldn't Josh have like left his mana, done better in tapping, or no? That's a Ghost Quarter in a swamp, correct?
That was an Evolving Wilds. Is that a Ghost Quarter?
Yeah, it's a Ghost Quarter in a swamp.
Okay.
So shouldn't he left open like a blue to bluff a negate? Like he has.
Stand to reason.
Yeah. He really has nothing for black mana. But didn't he have a Lingering Souls in his yard?
I mean, well, I mean this turn, but I think obviously Chris just activates an Ink Moth, attacks Gideon for 1, and then Inferno Titans and kills the Gideon, right?
Well, Josh has the Ghost Quarter. So
What if Josh Ghost Quarters, then he has enough mana to just cast Karn and remove it? Because Ghost Quarter puts land in play untapped.
I mean, Lockman has enough mana either way. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Because he has to spend the 1 mana?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like works out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So attack for 1, Gideon.
But if Josh just flashed back the Lingering Souls, wouldn't that have been better?
Yes, that would have been better for Josh to have done.
Alright, so Josh lets Gideon go down to 3. And Infernal Titan will take out the Gideon.
Yep.
Alright, so Josh will untap. And he'll draw a Seachrome Coast. So I think Josh is going to Day of Judgment, and then he'll be able to cast a Forbidden Alchemy.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's okay. Josh wants to find a, Sun Titan or Unburial Rites would be good here.
Unburial Rites would be very good here.
All right, there's a Day of Judgment.
It's going to deal with that Inferno Titan.
Yep. And then he'll flashback Lingering Souls now. And he'll pass a turn. Oh, he's going to take out the Wolf Run now.
Okay.
2, 4, 6, 7, yeah. So Lockman has 7 mana still. Those 2 Sphere of the Suns are pretty much useless up there.
So you think Chris just plays Karn and starts going upstairs?
Yeah, I think he'll play Karn and...
+4?
Yeah, and +4 it. He'll bring loyalty up to 10, I believe.
Or maybe he just starts out by -3ing it and putting the Garrett back into play.
Yeah, that's reasonable too. I think Lockman just drew Devil's Play, which is really good.
That is good.
Yeah. Alright. So there's Karn. Yeah, either kill the Oblivion Ring or make him exile a card. Alright, so he chooses to make him exile a card. So on upkeep, he's going to Forbidden Alchemy. Or is that main phase? Main phase? Okay. So I see a Lingering Souls, a Phantasmal Image, and 2 lands, I believe. So nothing really too good.
Nothing that stands up to this Karn right now.
I wonder why he tapped the Swamp. He might have like won a black mana, you know?
You never know.
So he's going to take Phantasmal Image.
Okay.
Oh, he's thinking. So interesting game. Slow game.
It's a really interesting game.
Yeah, it's kind of... You kind of just got to watch and see what happens. Nothing really too exciting going on.
Over on the left-hand side of the stage,
what card
Matt and Jen are taking some.
The Lingering Souls, but I still don't know why he tapped his black mana.
Yeah.
It's like
That hurt him pretty bad. That actually prevents him from being able to
kill next turn, or
kill Karn. In,
yeah, or at least threaten. Yeah.
In 2 turns. Now it's going to be never, basically.
Yeah, it's just like that's like something basic too. But I mean, I guess it happens.
Does Josh have any cards left in his hand?
No, he has no hand.
Okay. And now Chris can remove that Oblivion Ring from play.
I think he just drew Acidic Slime anyway. I mean, it doesn't really matter that he, because I think he's just gonna Acidic Slime the Oblivion Ring.
Yeah.
Or Acidic Slime Josh's Black Source, and then Karn away the Oblivion Ring. Then make a guy.
Okay, or Karn away Josh's Black Source, and then get the Oblivion Ring.
Yeah.
So many ways you could do it.
Yeah, and I mean, plus...
The world is Chris's oyster right now.
Yeah, I mean, plus Lockman still has a Devil's Play in his hand.
Yeah. His opponent's at 12. He's playing a ramp deck.
So what did he do with Karn? Just make him exile nothing?
Exile Swamp.
Oh, he did the swamp, okay. Alright, so yeah, that was the play that I talked about. He'll make a beast. And he'll pass a turn. Yeah, Josh needs like a miracle here.
Yeah. Quite literally.
Yeah, I think this game could have been played differently.
I'd have to agree. By both ends.
Yeah. Alright, Josh draws Phantasmal Image. Copies of Acidic Slime. Killing Ink Moth. So attack Karn.
Karn will go down to 1.
Yeah, but I mean, Karn should have been dead. You know, if you just flashback those Lingering Souls.
Yep.
Alright, Lockman draws Solemn Simulacrum. So Lockman's debating what he should do. What do you think his best line is?
Attack.
Yeah.
Make a 3/3 tap out for Devil's Play plus Karn. Like literally the most basic play ever wins in the game, right? Like.
Yeah.
Because then both your Planeswalkers are at 5.
Yeah, I mean, Lockman could just draw 3 right here. That'd be fine too.
Yeah, that would actually just be fine.
Yeah.
And the first things first, just attack is fine.
Well, I mean, if he was going to draw 3, he would have drawn it before the attack.
Yeah.
Alright. So
Beast
Phantasmal
trade.
Image, yeah.
So now you definitely make a beast.
Yeah, he makes a beast.
If you trade, then you have to make a beast because it puts both your Planeswalkers on 5, and he only has 4 points of power in play.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like. So Solemn Simulacrum comes down, continues to develop Chris' mana with that Devil's Play in his hand. That's actually pretty relevant.
Yeah, definitely.
Now he has the triple red he needs to flash it back. So Chris actually has his opponent dead right now, just with what's in his hand, not even counting the creatures or the Karn or the Garrett on the table.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would agree with you.
Just the Devil's Play in hand is enough.
Josh is thinking. I mean, I think Josh probably knows that he doesn't really have a chance here.
Yeah, he definitely does not know.
Yeah, okay. So Lockman's just going to show him Devil's Play right here. Yep. All right, and that's game. So Lockman off to the finals versus Dustin.
Yeah.
Interesting match there. I think Josh probably knows that things could have went better for him if he made a few plays differently.
Hey, things were looking good for him at one point. That